Do you use plastic water bottles that are disposable or reusable?
I use both
Why do you use plastic water bottles?
That are disposable.
because when I go to the store and I'm thirsty, that's all there is, like, for a drink if I want.
Do you recycle it afterwards or do you throw it in the trash?
I recycle.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Hello. Do you tend to use reusable water bottles or disposable water bottles?
I actually use disposable, but I refill them.
What do you do with them after you're done with them? Do you recycle them or do you just throw them in the
I
trash?
do recycle them.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Do you use reusable or disposable water bottles?
Disposable.
Why do you use disposable water bottles?
I mean, they taste better to me.
Would it surprise you if we told you that major companies such as Aquafina and Dasani actually claim that they use public sources of water? So it's actually the same as drinking tap water.
For real?
Yeah. Isn't that shocking?
Yeah. I did not know that.
Do you choose to use disposable or reusable water bottles?
I reuse disposable water bottles.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, do you use reusable or disposable water bottles?
Disposable.
And why do you do that?
I think it tastes better.
Would it surprise you if we told you that major companies such as Aquafina and Dasani actually say that they use public sources of water? So it's technically like you're drinking tap water through a plastic bottle.
That you pay $1 for. Okay, thank you.
From our interviews, it's apparent that USM students are fooled by the glorified labels that disposable bottles give them, and the idea that their bottled water is better for them and cleaner than tap water, when in reality it's actually the same water. We hope by this video we can educate people and the students of USM that they, by using disposable bottles, are contributing to the destruction of our environment. As of 2015, Americans alone use 30 billion plastic bottles per year, equaling out to be 1,500 bottles per second. With a recycling rate of only 23% of plastic, wasting 38 billion bottles per year throughout the world.
To meet the demand for bottles, we need 17 million barrels of oil annually, which can fuel 1.3 million cars a year, plus depletes our non-renewable resources. The energy we waste by creating plastic water bottles could power up to 190,000 homes a year. Last year, the average human used 167 bottles and only recycled 38 of them. This statistic leaves 80% of bottles either in landfills or polluting our earth. Plastic water bottles are carried by wind and water, which then end up in the ocean. Once they are in the ocean, they break down into microplastics. Smaller fish then eat the microplastics, mistaking them for food. And then larger fish, like cod, then eat those smaller fish, and due to biomagnification, they are ingested with the plastic as well. And when we eat the larger fish, such as cod, we are consuming plastic as well. These are 3 harmful examples of what our plastic can do to our marine life. Our smaller marine life will ingest microplastics, resulting in one of 2 scenarios. On the first hand, they could either pass up the food chain, sharing the contaminant, or die off, resulting in a food shortage for the predators. Or the predators will die from the contaminant, resulting in an overpopulation of smaller marine life.
What can you do to help? Well, this is one issue you can make a difference in by making one lifestyle choice.
One of the ways USM is helping by cutting down on plastic water bottle usage is installing filtered water systems where you can use your reusable water bottle just by putting it here, and you can get water instead of buying plastic water bottles. While you're doing that, you can look and see that there's a little bit of encouragement in the top right corner, seeing that you can help eliminate waste from disposable plastic water bottles, and it shows you how much you save. Another way that USM is helping cut down on the amount of plastic bottles that end up in landfills is having single sort recycling around the campus. They also have, if you zoom in here a little bit, they have a nice poster helping you know what items are recyclable, what you can return here in the state of Maine, and what unfortunately has to go into the trash. Let's take a look and see how USM is doing. If we open up the trash here, we can see that unfortunately there are a few plastic bottles in here. Another thing that you can do is if you see plastic in a trash can, you can go in, I know it's a little bit gross, but you can get gloves, and put it into either the recycling bin or the returnable bottles, which thankfully we have in Maine, so we can put them in here and they'll get returned
people can get some money back for their bottles, and they will then go to the recycling plants. My name's Hannah Nofsker, and I'm here to tell you one of the things that you can do to prevent plastic from getting into our oceans. As we are doing here on the Husky Day of Service, we're cleaning up Back Bay Cove, and there's a ton of trash on the shorelines. Here we have some of the students and the other volunteers cleaning up the shoreline. Here's one of them.
Hello.
We have some more over there. As you can see, there's a ton of trash here that we're preventing from going into this here water. Here we have an example of what can happen, or what can possibly happen, from possibly ingesting plastic that we throw into our oceans. Dead animals, it's tragic. Here we are again at the Husky Day of Service
With the women's soccer team of USM.
We're picking up trash here at Back Bay Cove, and I really think we're making a difference.
We are preventing plastic from going into the ocean and everything else. Everyone's working hard. It's a beautiful day out here.
Lots of trash.
Lots of trash.
This is the ocean and the environment that we are here by trying to make a difference by
look at
saving.
those birds.
We don't want those birds eating bottle caps or plastic.
No.
So this is why
Or
it is
entangled
so
in plastic.
important to recycle your goods.